Welcome to Newrealities. I'm Steinfeld, and I do the show because I'm interested in the evolution of consciousness and who we are as spiritually evolving beings. And that includes how we redefine our ego personality, how we get over the stuff that's in the way of becoming the true self. So that's why I have with me today Mada Dalian back on the program. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me, Alan.
And I'm so happy you've developed this amazing technology, inner technology, that just helps people, you say, 1,000% get over what's in their way, with their patterns, their stuff.
Yes, because many people are searching, many people have done a lot of work, and they still feel they're stuck.
Right.
And the reason they're stuck is because a lot of the things that they're trying to get through, break through, are hidden in the body cellular memory.
Because they think they clear it with their mind, but their bodies, like a trauma, their bodies would still hold on to the trauma, so they don't release it because the body remembers.
Exactly. Every single experience,
Okay.
every single experience that has not been transformed and held back is in the body.
So how does this method release what's held in the body?
It helps you actually go into the unconscious, which is in the body, identify the beliefs that are in the cellular memory, and it's a system that I've worked with since 1997. That helps you access, not only access, but also systematically release those repressed beliefs and all the chatter of the mind out of the body, so that the mind can find the place of stillness. And in that place of stillness, then you see the lessons, you understand.
And this is a 98-minute process, right? You said
there's 2 CDs in the package. The 98 minutes is the full version, and then there's an abbreviated 74-minute version.
Well, I saw you do some miraculous stuff with people this weekend at your workshops, and can we show them a little? You could use me, of course, as the guinea pig. Do you want to show a little bit of how we access what we're not conscious of and then release? I mean, I know it's a whole process.
Well, the only thing I can do is, because it's not fair in this short time to just give one drop of very profound advanced method. But what I can do is just, if you have any issue that you've been stuck with, that you've tried to do whatever you can with your mind and other methods, and you still feel stuck, I can quickly look into your energy and identify what is actually sitting there, because that's one of my abilities, to see what's going on in the body and go into the root cause of the problems.
I know you're an intuitive, you're a healer, you're a psychic, you're a,
many things.
Many things.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to look into my body?
Well, first of all, you have to tell me what your problem is.
Well, I have a hard time completing different projects.
Yes, and there's a pattern in your body and energy running that is afraid of success.
I want to get rid of that fear.
Okay, now first of all, fear of success, well, you have to understand, many people have the fear of success even though they want to succeed. They're afraid of success. Why? Because they're afraid of expansion. Expansions means that the parts of the ego that are in a comfort zone have to be let go of.
Right, so we have to get out of my comfort zone.
You have to get out of your comfort zone, and you have to be able to take risks, because success is in the unknown.
Okay, I'm willing to do that.
Okay, well then you can start using, now that I've identified it for you.
I just want to say that Mada does that by reading people. Everyone has their own fears. It may be, what's some other fears people might have?
Many fears. Fear of rejection, fear of success, like in your case.
Or you tell these people, or what else do they have?
Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being wrong.
Fear of not being loved, there's things like that.
Many things, and these are all beliefs. They're beliefs that are still running in the body like computer programs. And those programs are going to continue running until you access them and see what is the cause. And the miracle is that this method simultaneously helps to spontaneously heal the body. as well.
As well. So if they have a physical problem, so you also can read the body and see what the root cause of the physical problem is in the attitude.
All the physical problems are connected with mental and emotional state.
Okay.
And when we repress our mental emotional state, whatever we're thinking and feeling, and we've done that since our birth, then it creates energetic blockages in the body. So no matter how much energy work we do, or how many acupuncture needles we put in, temporarily they help. They move a little bit of energy, but they do not access the root cause.
Okay, so going back to me.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? Okay, if we identify this, and Mada's able to see many things on many levels. But anyway, so yes, so you identify that, and I think that might have something to do with it.
And in your case, Alan, you've done this many lifetimes.
Okay.
So
done
in
what?
other
This
words,
process?
fear of success.
Okay.
So you've held back.
Okay, I'm not ready. I'm ready to go forward.
Okay, but you need to understand now. Fear of success is the first level.
Okay.
Then there's many layers underneath that, and the question is, why am I afraid of success? So the method will help you go into those layers, because until you see why you're afraid of success, you cannot really make a change.
Well, maybe I feel like being out in front in too big a way or something, because of maybe past lives and stuff like that.
Well, you see, the mind says maybe, but this method will help you see exactly what it is. And until you see exactly what it is.
Okay.
And
I want to see exactly what it is. I want to. So.
Then you have to work with it.
Because the reason for the fear is no longer relevant in this moment.
In this moment, nothing is relevant. In this moment, actually, if you can connect with your inner stillness, there is no problem whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, nobody has any problem. The only problems are created by the ego, they're generated by the mind, and by the beliefs. And if we can access those beliefs and remove them, then you automatically jump into the moment. Your consciousness then supersedes the ego, and that's how then you're able to make changes. When you understand the fear is connected to some life experience, or the fear of the unknown, because fear of success is also connected to the fear of the unknown. It's connected to the fear of death. There's many levels to it.
All right, so let's deal with the first level. How do we do that?
So you start with, I just identified for you. I'm afraid of success. Okay. So the next layer, if I'm going to be looking into your energy, I would look with a question in my mind. Why is Alan afraid of success? But I want to explain about this method.
Yeah, because this method will help people go through that. Yes.
Because people think that I need somebody else to tell me what to do. And what I've realized after working with thousands of people, everybody knows all the answers. All the answers are within you because it's been your life experiences, nobody else's. So therefore, thinking that somebody else is going to fix my problems is undermining your own inner power.
Right, but you're not going to be here on the tape telling each individual what their fears are.
That's right. So then the book will explain. There's a workbook. There's 2 sections in the book.
Yes, this is a whole process. It's the book and the CDs, and you work together with it to get to the underlying causes and release them.
That's right. And as a result, you get your consciousness automatically comes forward. It's like when you release the clouds are not there in the sky, the sun is always shining. Your inner sun is always there. So the work actually is to see that these are just clouds, these beliefs are just clouds, and this method will help you do that.
All right, well, I'm excited to try this and be successful in the unknown.
Once you get into the cause of why have I been holding back from success, once you see the fears that have been holding you back, consciousness is the key for healing, for transformation, for liberation, for freedom. It's all within consciousness that's already inside you, but you need to know how to access it, and this method helps you do that.
How, though? So we identify the underlying causes, and that's a removing of the clouds. But there's so many levels. There's probably maybe an infinite amount of levels.
You see, you're trying to understand with the mind, and it's impossible. These kind of things can be only understood through experience. And I cannot give you the experience in our interview here. You have to
have the experience.
Do it,
of
and
course.
have the experience. Then you know how it works.
Okay, okay. But so these methods, but a person using this will go through layers and see results in their life.
Absolutely, because the layer of I'm afraid of success, in your case, underneath that is I don't trust myself. So there is a belief I don't trust myself. If you do not trust yourself, of course you're not going to take the jump and take the
But
risk.
you told me that, and it might probably is true. But how is a person without you there going to know what those levels are for them?
I've taken 3 years to complete this so that I give them all the steps. How and
no,
there's
but you're saying the fears will just come to them, right? They'll just you ask them to go deeper on these CDs, and then you ask them what's in the way, and then the reasons will come to their mind.
Alan, this is so different from anything you know. This is
I want to know how people will know what their blocks are.
I would be asking on the tape for them to actually do something. And it involves breathing, it involves out loud verbal expression. It's not you listen to me and you imagine something. Those methods work on a very small sort of level. This one, because it's so deep, it's so interactive, and you don't just listen to me, you actually participate in this process. It's unlike anything you've ever tried. That's why it's hard for the mind to comprehend and for me to explain.
It's just a matter of going through. So there's ways of shifting consciousness so people go beyond their logical mind and access a deeper part of themselves.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I get that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you take people through so they see beyond their ego mind what's in their own way.
Yes, and so that they see those layers that are hidden in their body. Once they are released with this method, then you can see them from outside instead of being identified with them. Suddenly you see, I don't trust myself. Why is it that I don't trust myself? So it takes you through those layers till the bottom layer where there is, this is the root cause.
How do you know you're at the bottom layer?
Well, why don't you trust yourself? Because you don't know yourself. And this method would also help you connect with yourself. Once you see, as a matter of fact, I have the power. I have the creativity. I have all the abilities I need. I'm not dependent on anyone, because the child inside you needs to mature and realize that, you know what, I don't depend on anyone. I have everything. Existence has given it to me already. That's what it will help you bring.
I want to do this now. I want to. No, I can't wait. Okay, let's just jump in here. 98 minutes, and then. But then I have to only once, or then I get through one layer and then go to another layer and then another layer.
That's right. I recommend that people do it once, then they integrate it, and I've given many integration exercises here as well, because the shift of consciousness is so subtle that it takes some time to integrate. So I recommend at least a week to a few weeks, depending on a person, how fast they go. And then you try it again, you access deeper layers. And if you have worked with one layer and there's still more, then you can continue the next day.
Well, there's always more, right?
There is the unconscious, it's like an endless abyss. But the good thing is, the deeper you go into the unconscious, the greater your consciousness. In other words, you can only expand your consciousness, the more strength, the more courage you develop. And how do you develop strength and courage is by going deeper into the unconscious and actually transforming those layers that you're afraid to go to.
So you're also saying these layers, let's say I'm afraid of myself or don't trust myself, they're trapped in a physical layer of the body.
Yes.
Where are they trapped? Like
everywhere in the body. And sometimes people have a tendency to repress a certain emotion or a certain thought in a different parts of their body.
So they may get a stiff neck or
digestion problems or knee problems or chronic pain in the back.
So this is taking what Louise Hay has pointed out, but to a whole other level.
Oh, this is way beyond affirmations, because affirmations, as
tell me,
we
they
know,
don't work.
they do not work.
They don't work. Why? Because you're not getting to the cause.
Exactly. It's like you're putting sugar coating on top of a rotten cake, and then you expect the cake to be good to eat.
Because it's still rotten cake.
Exactly.
But they do help some people, or just they think they don't.
Very temporarily, they might just make them feel good, but they don't last.
The sugar, right?
And also, Alan, I have to say that people feel that they feel almost like they tried once, they tried second time, and they still, the underlying current still moving, is that the bottom of the iceberg is not letting them feel good. With this method, as you try it even once, you're going to start feeling excited about your journey.
So that's why I said in the beginning, you say this method works 1,000% of the time.
Yes.
Because even if you try it a little bit, you'll start to access a part of yourself that you may not have been in touch with.
Yes, and you would immediately feel a flow of energy. And you saw when I was giving a talk the other day, the woman who had a stiff,
she was able to
just by releasing what was there within just seconds, suddenly the arm moves.
So are you saying this will cure, or if we want to use that word, any emotional, physical, psychological problems?
It has cured asthma, it has cured thyroid, it has cured chronic back pain, it has cured, and very, very immediately.
Wow. So people can go to your website and get this right now.
Yes.
What's the website?
MadaDalian.com.
MadaDalian. Oh, what does it say behind you there? The Dalian Method moves beyond
here we go.
the existing paradigm of health, and healing is...
Views healing as a process of transformation from unconsciousness into consciousness.
Oh, okay. So getting back to this whole thing, so you recommend this, and then, so for me right now, is there anything I can do right in this moment?
At least I gave you a few pointers. Now you have some pointers, and you can start with focusing in that direction. Like I said, the workbook will also, there's a preparation steps. The workbook will help you to focus on the issues you want to work with, and that would focus your energy into the areas you want to work with, and will expedite your process of identifying what is repressed in your body, and then you just follow my instructions.
On the CD.
Yeah.
So you're very happy you developed this because, like you said, and like I agree, the age of the guru, the age of listening to someone, even your therapist, it's over. And people now have the power to heal themselves.
Exactly, and they have to, they must, because otherwise, how are you going to live your creativity if you don't take responsibility for your own life?
So this activates creativity.
It activates everything. It activates your life. It gives you back your full life.
It gives you back your full life.
Yes, that's the purpose.
So are you seeing transformations in people all the time with this?
Absolutely.
Like what kind of stuff?
Any kind of stuff. People, even children, are helped with this method.
Really?
Things that children are faced with, even adults. For example, you've been faced with being bullied.
Yeah, little children,
and you're afraid to, and even grown-ups, they're still afraid from those grown-ups who are still bullying them. It gives you back your power to understand that, as a matter of fact, my life does not depend on any of these bullies. So I can actually stand up for myself, and I can say, this is how it is, and this is how I'm going to live my life. So I will not allow you to manipulate me, to control me. And as you know, we're controlled from all directions.
Right.
Socially, we're controlled. Through religious beliefs, we're controlled. Politically, we're controlled. And where is your life left? There's nothing left for you to live. This method will help you realize that it's your life. Nobody gave you the life other than existence itself. Right. And it's compassionate, and it's loving, and it's taking care of you, so your existence does not depend on anyone.
I like that. So we're taking responsibility for our lives. And does this help people, I imagine, with eating disorders, right?
It helps with any kind of a problem, any challenge.
Any kind of
any challenge the person has, because the power is in consciousness.
So do you see this as a revolution in psychology and therapy?
Absolutely. And actually, I work with many psychologists. They work with me, as a matter of fact. And they've been looking for something like this. They feel it's the missing link.
Really?
There's even at the back of the book.
The back of this book. The back of this book.
You can
it says the Dalian Method is a healing modality of the future that offered to us today. With the public release of this package, we see a revolution in how healing is handled. Dr. Roshani Shah. So, Angela Siegel, the Dalian provides a missing link that can advance psychotherapy to a new, more evolved level. Clears chronic pain and disease. Really?
Yes.
Any type of illness?
Yes.
Any type of illness?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Because the cause is the same. The cause is what we repress emotionally and mentally. Of course, there's environmental aspects, but there are very few aspects that could be easily addressed. However, if we do not address the mental-emotional aspect, we're still carrying the cause of what causes our energy to be blocked.
So this, for you, is what the result of all your work is over these years?
It's the result of, yes, my entire existence here after I've done my own work. Then this is the way I give back to the world, to people, to humanity.
What was your work?
My work was to find who I am.
And you found that?
Once I found it, I can leave the planet anytime with great joy.
Who are you? What did you find? I mean, I know we're all the infinite one, but what did you find when you found yourself?
I find that I'm infinite. I find that I am the universe. I find that I can be anywhere in the universe. I find that the unknown is wonderful.
Oh.
And all the miracles arise from there. And I'm excited about the unknown. I'm excited about every moment, whatever existence wants to show me. And I have no inhibitions. I have no fears. I have no...
no fears at all?
No fears.
There's nothing
because
you fear?
I transcended the biggest fear, which is the fear of death.
How did you transcend that?
I faced it.
How?
I felt it in my body.
How did you face it and feel it in your
body?
body?
Well, you feel it. You feel the fear of death.
You called it to you?
No. When you focus on wanting to know who you are, you cannot not come to the place of facing the fear of death.
This is what Ramana Maharshi did. Do you know his story?
Every single enlightened being has to cross through that fear of death.
So when you faced that, and you knew on the other side that nothing could destroy who you are.
Well, wait a minute.
No, tell me.
Before you get to the other side,
okay.
You have to say to yourself, today is a good day to die.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you said that today.
I said that to myself, and I knew.
Did you fear, though? Did you, had fright when you said that?
I didn't have fright. I felt the fear. My whole body trembled with it because the fear is imprinted in our body cellular memory.
Yes.
And I knew that I knew intellectually this is the fear from my ego. And I knew that I have to face it and I have to cross this line, because if I don't, I'm going to stay in my confines on my ego, and I cannot really experience the universe.
So you said to yourself, this is a good day to die, and you felt that. And
I surrender. The surrender is the key here, because if we do not surrender our fear, we do not surrender our ego, how can we jump?
So when how do you surrender that ego part? You just let whatever happens happen.
You make a decision. That's right. You make a decision and you say, whatever happens, happens. I am letting go. If I die this moment, because what is the fear? It's the fear, the survival of the body. The body is afraid. It needs to survive.
Well,
the ego needs to survive.
It's fear of annihilation, that you won't exist anymore.
It's the fear of the unknown.
So we always exist. It's your experience. There's no need to have that fear. The fear is of the ego mind.
You can know intellectually, but unless you cross the door of that fear of death, you cannot really truly know.
And the way you cross that door is?
By saying today is a good day to die.
And do you say that every day, or you only said it once?
I don't need to. Now it's like I do what I can, and I have a lot of work to do. I do what I can till existence says time's up. And I know that everybody's going to go one day. So there's no question about holding on to anything.
So by facing it, by facing that fear, looking it in the face, overcoming it, go to the other side, you've conquered all your fears.
Absolutely.
So there's nothing you fear now?
That's right.
And when you don't have any fear, what power do you have then?
I have all the power because my body could be killed.
Yes.
But I know I will not die.
Because you know that you're what? Infinite consciousness?
I know myself. I know my being. I know that I am not separate from the universe. I know that I exist. My existence cannot be taken away.
I like that. So, and that's true for all of us.
Absolutely.
But you know it, and most people don't.
And that's what I want to help people find through this method.
And that's at the bottom of this method.
That's the
knowing
focus.
Oneself.
That's exactly. And that the method helps you do that, come to that.
Great. So let's talk to the audience and leave them with a little, talk right into that, and leave them with a little thing that they can take with them.
Well, what I want to say to my audience is I love you, and I want you to take the courage to face your fears, go through your fears, don't be afraid, because if you take the courage to do that, the gifts that would be showering upon you will be infinite. So hopefully this method can help you step by step, and each step will prepare you for the deeper step. And this is the best I can do to offer you this. And of course, I have to tell you, Alan, that I know that many people want that personal guidance. I do work with people through online courses. I do some one-on-one sessions. I don't like to do them because I want people to actually start doing this on their own. However, I'm still available to provide some guidance.
So you haven't finished your work here, because this is just the beginning of a self-activation program. Do you do workshops worldwide then?
I do.
And people come together. This is brand new though, right?
It is.
So can we gather with a bunch of people who've done that work, who've conquered their fear of death, and see what we can create collectively?
It's already happening, and
What's
there's already
happening
a
exactly?
group of people around me that have been doing the work, and some of them are being trained to actually become coaches and facilitators of the self-healing method. And the group is already, the family is expanding, and it's internationally.
Wow, this is so exciting. So your website again, madadalian.com, Madadalian. I've been talking to Mada Dalian. I'm Alan Steinfeld. Thanks for watching. Yes, try it out. Check it out. Go to the website. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to report back. And
you're anxious to start, right?
Right now,
yes,
I want to start.
Good.
Yeah, no, because it sounds great. I'm all for it. So find me at Newrealities.com. I'm Alan Steinfeld, and thanks for watching today. Thanks,
Thank you.
Mada.
Thank you, Alan.